2013 celebration of Lancer Athletics. I'd like to welcome Mr. Qualter, campus administrators, staff, teachers, parents, friends, and family for attending tonight's festivities. High school athletics are the best of times. I know that I've been lucky enough to witness our student athletes compete on the field, the court, the track, the mat, and the course. It is during these times that I'm most proud to be your athletic director. Your hard work and commitment to your craft will pay off for you, because these are the traits that you will bring with you into the classroom and workplace, and that will positively affect your future. Tonight is a time to reflect on the 2012-2013 school year and the athletic events that you participated in and also cheered on. At this time, I'd like to thank the coaches whose dedication and long hours were given for the benefit of our student athletes. Can we all take the time now to stand and acknowledge our coaches with a round of applause, please? Room. It's athletics that have drawn us together. The connections you make now with your fellow Lancers will stay with you your entire lifetime. I can guarantee that you will always be proud to be a Lancer. I'd now like to introduce Mr. Gorham, our Master of Ceremony this evening, to come up and get us started.
Thank you, Mr. Finn. Thank you to the man who makes it all happen, Mr. Tim Finn, our athletics director. Give him a round of applause. I want to acknowledge also tonight we are enjoying the slideshow of Lancer Athletics put together by our own Miss Crystal LaMontagne, a teacher from the HLD, class of 2004. She does this as a labor of love to Lancer Athletics. Every year makes photographs of all of our sports teams, puts together this slideshow for us to enjoy. She does it because she loves Lancer Athletics. Let's give her a round of applause for doing that for us. Tonight's the night that we honor all that is good about Lancer Athletics. We will recognize each of our sports teams. We'll start in the fall season with boys soccer, and I'll ask Coach Jeff Hodge to come up to represent boys soccer.
Say that it wasn't the best record that we had this year. I was the JV coach and the assistant varsity coach. The head coach, Don Sheldon, could not be here due to a prior commitment, so I'd like to start by giving out some awards. Our offensive MVP goes to Josiano Tavares. Our defensive MVP was our goalie, who I thought was probably the best goalie in the league, Christian Maggi, who is up playing volleyball right now, so he'll get that after. And our most improved award goes to Christian Tavares, who is also upstairs, practicing volleyball. All right, thank you guys.
Yes, several of our athletes are upstairs practicing. Our boys volleyball team will compete in the Division I North Sectional Championship game tomorrow night against St. John's Prep at the neutral site. It will be at Central Catholic at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Go ahead and let's all go and cheer our boys volleyball team on tomorrow night in the boys sectional finals. Next up, we have girls soccer with Coach Nicole Toothaker. Coach here? Is Coach here? Or is Coach otherwise?
Today's her due date.
Today is Coach Toothaker's due date. She is having a baby. So, Mr. Finn, I'm going to ask you to stay with me. I'll ask Mr. Finn to present the awards for girls soccer.
Coach emailed me last night and said I'll do my best to be there, but Mother Nature may take over, so she may have lost to that. So for our girls soccer, our most improved player, Daly Mateus. For girls soccer, our offensive MVP, Hillary Maraquin. Defensive MVP for girls soccer, Genesis Guerra. And the coaches award for girls soccer goes to Teresa and Jerry.
Next up is the Elman Award. These are awards presented to 5 athletes who have represented Lawrence High School athletics with excellence and with sportsmanship. We have 5 winners: Jose Sedano, Brittany Marte, Paola Samboy, Thalia Garcia, and Denny Gonzalez. Thank you, Mr. Finn. Next up, the golf team with Coach Sean Casey.
Good evening. Again, the golf team continues to improve. The kids have been taking lessons. My coach's award, the first one this year, worked hard all summer. Went to go for lessons with most of the other kids with the pro. Improved dramatically. My most improved player and coach's award goes to one of the volleyball players, Tyler Silva. My MVP also spent a lot of time this summer getting lessons from a pro. His father was lucky enough to take him, brought his clubs along also. He did improve dramatically, got to play in the club championship at Vespa, which is one of the nicest courses in England. We have lessons again booked for this summer. He has a probably better chance of beating me in golf than three-point shootout. And my new tradition at Lawrence High Golf is my MVP is going to get a free haircut from me, Dante Neal.
Thank you, Coach Casey. Next up, the head coach of our boys and girls cross country team, Anthony Ellis.
All right, we'll start with the boys. Our MVP, this young man, was our top finisher in every race. He finished in the top 5 in every dual meet, and he was one of the top 5 sophomores in the state. He had a real breakout season. Edward Quezada. Our most improved runner, he's a 3-year runner for us. He improved his 5K time by over 4 minutes. He ran under 19:30 this year. He was a state qualifier as well. And he's just a great kid. He's going to Westfield State next year, Andy Rosario. Our coach's award this year goes to a young man who, when he first started running for me, he wouldn't step on the starting line. Every time we had a race, he'd disappear, and I had to race with him the next day by himself because he was afraid of the competition. But now he's one of our most outgoing kids, one of the most outspoken kids we have. He's been a great leader for us the past 3 years. Jose Banquet. Okay, moving on to the girls' side. Our MVP, she was our top runner all season. She won 3 races, putting her career total at 5, which is tied with the school record for most individual career wins. She should be able to break it next year since she's only a junior. She ran a sub 21 40 for 5K, and she was top 50 in the state. Leanna Pham. Our most improved runner, when she first started the season, she wasn't in very good shape, but her attitude was terrific, and she just got better every race. She took almost 10 minutes off her cross-country, our home cross-country course time over the course of her career. She ended up qualifying for states in the last race. She improved every single race. So our most improved runner is Megan Dalton. And our Coach's Award winner, she is actually the only athlete here today who has done sport all 12 seasons that she's been in high school. When she first started running, she couldn't even run a mile. And this year she broke 26 minutes for 5K. She's going to Salem State next year for the nursing program. Our Coach's Award is Evelyn Ravens.
Thank you to Coach Ellis and our cross-country runners. Next award is the Barry Karamatopoulos Award. To help me present that, is the Karamatopoulos family here today? Oh, please come join me. Barry Karamatopoulos graduated from Lawrence High School in 1973 as a top student athlete. He excelled on the baseball and football fields and was known for his respect of the game, of his teammates, and his opponents. After graduating from college, he returned to his beloved city to teach in the Lawrence school system for several years. Unfortunately, a few years later, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor that he eventually succumbed to in 1995. He left behind his wife Donna and daughter Jessica. After Barry passed away, his family created the Barry Kara Foundation to raise money for scholarships for graduating Lawrence High School student athletes. The students who receive these scholarships should possess the same outstanding qualities that Barry did. That they should include a commitment to academics and sportsmanship while participating in athletics and being a good all-around citizen who is willing to give back to the community. Members of the Karamatopoulos family are with us tonight to honor 2 very deserving student athletes, Megan Belton and Jose Sedano. Congratulations, and let's have a hand for the Karamatopoulos family. I have a charge for all the student athletes here tonight. When you graduate from Lawrence High School and you go out in the world to make your way, I want you to remember those who will follow you as student athletes at Lawrence High School, as the Karamatopoulos family has. Come back. Come back to Lawrence High School to teach. Come back to coach. Come back to recognize the student athletes who follow in your footsteps. Remember those who have helped you and helped the next generation. Next up is football and Coach Mike Yameen.
Just a brief summary of the season. Didn't quite go as well as we wanted to, but we did end up winning 3 of our last 4 games. We set some pretty good records individually. Let's start off with our offensive MVPs. We have 2 co-MVPs for offense this year. I didn't feel it was fitting to give one young man this award without the other. I'm going to say a little bit about both of them, then I'm going to write both up there. This first young man had 50 receptions. We'll be attending Framingham State next year. Worked very, very hard to get where he wanted to get, and he deserves everything that's coming to him. Our other young man set a school record with 56 receptions and over 1,000 yards receiving. He was an NBC All-Star. I think he'll be going to Dean College next year to play football. And those are both our wide receivers, Frazier Baez and Georgia Reyna. Our defensive MVP is a 3-year starter. He was a first-team NBC All-Star. He'll be attending UMass Dartmouth to play football next year. He was our team captain, and I can't say enough about his leadership, and that's Chris Pena. He's playing volleyball right now. Iron Man Award. The Iron Man is the person who gives everything to the team. No matter what you ask, he does what coach is asking him. He plays injured. This year, the young man exemplifies it. He had injuries. He played 3 different positions for us. We asked him to move a few times his position. He said, yes, coach, no, coach. He had a very good season. That's Jerry Alvarez. We have 3 coaches awards. First young man I had at the Oliver School. He was our starting quarterback at the beginning of the year. He did everything that was possibly asked as a player. Did everything in the off season, and that's Louis Rosa. Next coach's award, another on our team captains. He has a 3.9 GPA, which I'm very proud of. He works very hard. He's another one who played injured. He had a back injury the whole season, and he never complained. That's Hector Jimenez. Final Coach's Award goes to a young man who, basically, when he walked in as a freshman, you kind of asked, are you really a football player? And he just worked very hard in the weight room during the summertime, received the starting position. He's just an outstanding young man. That's Henry Capito. Our final award is what we call our True Blue. Okay, True Blue exemplifies all of what Lawrence High School is all about, football and school. Okay. He's the guy you want when he goes out in the community. If people are saying you're a Lawrence High football player, we're very proud of you. He's the guy that takes a leadership role. He's the guy that gives 100% into everything that is possibly done within our football program. Each year, the coaches and I, we get together, and it's a tough decision on the True Blue. This year, we decided that this young man who's going to be attending UMass Dartmouth, he was a first-team NBC All-Star, and probably one of the hardest working young men I've ever had. That's Jody Alpamaco. scholarship my friends and I started. It's dedicated to a friend of mine.
Coach Amin and I graduated in 1986 from Lawrence High School. One of our classmates, Bob Bubba Farrington, passed away this fall. He was a star athlete when he was at Lawrence High School, and he always gave back to Lawrence High and the student athletes. Coach Amin spearheaded a scholarship fund to honor Bubba, and this year, the winner of the Bob Bubba Farrington Scholarship Award is Jadiel Polanco.
Thank you, Coach. Apologize for going out of order, Ms. Lamontagne. That's my bad. We'll go to girls volleyball next with Coach Christine Smith.
I would like to first begin by thanking my assistant coach this year, Len Eddy, who came on board after retiring from presentation of Mary. So I'd like to thank him for a very good season. Over there. This year, my Most Improved Player Award goes to a player who demonstrated both passion and hard work. She's a player who exceeded all expectations that I had for her this season, and I'm looking forward to her returning next year as an asset to the team. This year, my Most Improved Player Award goes to Ema Gonzalez. This year's Coach's Award goes to a senior who always showed up to practice with a smile and a positive attitude. She always gave 100% to both her practices and to her team. She's a player who is always willing to go the extra mile for her teammates. This year, my Coach's Award goes to Amy Marte. And my last award is for Most Valuable Player. This award goes to a senior who was an asset to our defense and led the team in digs. Her talent and positive attitude will be missed next year. This year's MVP goes to Kiara Rodriguez.
Thank you, Coach. There's one more award that this year goes to a volleyball player. It is the Bill Bruder Spirit Award and Scholarship. It is named in honor of Bill Bruder, who was a friend to many of us. Bill founded the girls volleyball program at Lawrence High School, coached it for many years, and had a positive effect on many athletes. The Bill Bruder Spirit Award and Scholarship goes to Kiara Rodriguez. Come on up, Kiara. Please go see Mr. Finn. Thank you very much, Coach Smith. Coach Amin, I need your help again. Three scholarships to present. First is the Coach Ed Buckley Award, and it goes to George Urena. Next is the Coach Larry Roosh Award. Many of us knew Larry Roosh, worked with him for many years. He was a wonderful man, former head coach of Lawrence High School football. This year it goes to Franger Baez. And the Gerald Callaghan Award. These three awards are each named in honor of longtime Lancet football coaches, and former players donate money to raise money to give an award in memory of their coach. I hope that you someday, when you're in a position to do so, can get some of your former friends and fellow athletes together, put together an award, maybe a scholarship to honor the coach who affected your life in a positive way. The Gerald Callaghan Award goes to Chris Pena. Thank you, Coach. Next up, my favorite Lancer athletics team year after year, field hockey, Coach Kate Quinlan.
He may be his favorite, but I guarantee he doesn't know the rules because I don't after 15 years. I want to start off by saying we had our first win in 59 games this season. So it was a long season, but we did it. We pulled one out. I also want to thank my assistants, Maureen Lichardi and Amy Von Kahl. We're going to start off with our most improved player. We went back and forth last year about giving this award to this girl. We just thought that she was just so good to begin with that we didn't think that she really could get any better. And every game, day by day, she got better and better and better, and just continued to shock us with her abilities to play both offense and defense. Bianca Rodriguez. Our next award is a coach's award. This girl had a positive attitude, and I think in the 2 years that I coached her, she never missed one practice or one game, even if she was sick or injured. She motivated her team all summer long and was here every day working out, getting the team in shape. She really is the true definition of a leader and a captain, Jessica Gonzalez. Our next award is the Sportsmanship Award. This is probably one of my favorite, and we take a lot of pride in this award. Even when I was in high school, the Lawrence Field Hockey Team, all 4 years that I played, won the Sportsmanship Award. They've always conducted themselves with class. This girl, probably every single game, either the referee or the coach came up to me and commented on her sportsmanship. Her actions on and off the field are part of the reason why, as a sophomore, she took on the role as a captain halfway through the season. It's Biorabel Castillo, but I think she's still in that. Oh, she's here. Our offensive MVP whined and complained every day when I moved her from defense to offense, and I think she kind of surprised herself when she realized how good she really was on offense. She was our play creator. She was a big reason why all our goals were scored, whether it was her scoring or just an assist. It's her second year being voted on to the NBC All-Star team, and I think she got this award last year too. Talia Garcia. And our defensive MVP, they say save the best for last. I think she probably was one of the best in the conference. There's not really much else to say except she saved us quite a bit. 238 saves in 15 games. Nobody in the Merrimack Valley Conference even came close to her. And I'm pretty sure she was a prom queen. Brittany Marte.
Thank you very much, Coach Quinlan. Let's have another hand for field hockey, which played 59 consecutive games before winning a game, but they approached every game with effort, intensity, and sportsmanship. That's why they're my favorite team. Next up, the sport that bridges the gap between fall and winter, cheerleading, and Coach Jenny Blatcher from the class of 2001.
football through basketball in order to do that. But the awards this year for cheerleading, the Coaches Award goes to Anna Acosta, who was also captain. The second Coaches Award goes to Yolanda Gonzalez, also captain. The most improved young ladies on the team this year, both of them showed great effort throughout the 2 seasons. One came in as a freshman, really excited to be on the team, and the other one, a sophomore. She was just worked very hard and showed great improvement over the 2 seasons. The first is Angelica Figueroa, and the second is Alexis Colon. And finally, the Spirit Award. This award goes to 2 young ladies that showed, no matter what, they were just so excited to be part of the team. They were so excited to be part of Lancer Athletics. The first is Bianca Pena, and the second is Rosie Ventura.
Thank you, Coach Glassford. We now head to the winter season. And our wrestling team, Coach Rob Niceforo. The wrestling team this year won the Merrimack Valley Conference title, and Coach Niceforo was named the Merrimack Valley Coach of the Year.
Good evening. Congratulations on the wrestling team. 21-4. They went 10-0 in the conference. We beat Central Catholic and Greater Lawrence, which is nice, beating the Reggies. I want to thank my coaches, Ozzy Morales. Stand up, please. Alex Vargas, Christian Guzman, and my volunteers, Wilson Ventura, Josh Espinol, and Kevin Valerio. Without them, we couldn't have success. Thank you. This year's most improved wrestler goes to a 3-year wrestler. He's a captain. Real tough kid, never gets pinned. And this year's most improved goes to Risky Rihanto. Coaches Award goes to a 4-year wrestler. He also did 4 years of football. He's a captain of the wrestling team. He took 5th in the state championship. Henry Capio. The next Coaches Award goes to a 4-year wrestler, also a 4-year football player. A lot of dedication and commitment. He was also a captain, state qualifier. He's going to Syracuse University next year. Jeremiah Dameron. Next Coaches Award goes to a 4-year wrestler, captain. As a freshman, he weighed like 190 pounds. He lost weight naturally, looks really good. I think he's going into the Marines next year. He's a state qualifier. And this year's Coaches Award also goes to Luis Severino. Another coach's award, also a captain, 3-year wrestler, very quiet kid, state qualifier. He just goes about his business, and I wrestle him up a weight class if I need to. He doesn't complain. Jariel Velez. This is a special award, okay? Coach's award, 4-year wrestler. We wrestled varsity this year, okay? As a freshman, she was afraid to miss practice. She would cancel her doctor's appointments all the time until I found out the pattern. I was like, you have to go to your doctor's appointments. They're important. But she never missed practice. 4-year wrestler. This wrestler exemplifies Lawrence High School wrestling and commitment. Amber De Jesus. And this year's MVP, he's only wrestled for 3 years. So for those that don't know, Lawrence does not have a youth program. The only city in the Merrimack Valley without a youth program, so the success is based on a lot of hard work. He's a 2-year New England qualifier captain. He took 2nd at the All-States this year. He should have won them, but he got caught. He took 5th in New England's. Okay, which is the highest finish from Lawrence High in a long time. This year's MVP goes to Hector Reynoso. This award is given in the honor of the Lawrence High School coach, Edward Taylor, who founded the wrestling program. And this is a great wrestler. He's a 3-year wrestler. He qualified for the Division I state championship. And he loves to wrestle his coaches whenever he gets an opportunity. This year's Ed Salem Award goes to Nathaniel Cruz. Thank you.
Mike.
Thank you, Coach Yameen, for coming up. Our next award is the Robert P. Fitzgerald Senior Award. It's given in memory of Robert P. Fitzgerald Sr., who was a longtime football, wrestling, basketball, and baseball coach at Lawrence High School. It is a scholarship that goes to a senior who participated in football and/or wrestling. This year, this athlete participated in both. The winner of the Robert P. Fitzgerald Award is Henry Carpio. Henry's still getting his picture taken over there. We'll have to get him back up here. You got another one, Henry. It's all right. Come up and smile.
In a later arrival, Coach's Award, Jeremiah Dameron.
Thank you very much. Next, we move to the boys basketball team and Coach Raymond Nunez.
like to thank all the administrators, teachers, and coaches, Tim, and also the parents who are in attendance for supporting all the student athletes in the classroom, in the community, and on the playing fields. And that goes to all the sports. It's great to see. I'm usually around all the sporting events, and it's good to see the success that the programs have. I would also like to thank my coaching staff. I know Coach Stan Hunter's here, Coach Steve Martinez, and Coach Frank Torres for the tireless effort during the season and also during the off-season as well. Lastly, the reason why we all are here is the students. I thank the student athletes for their tireless effort in the classroom, also in the community, and also on the playing fields. And I know my guys are usually tired of me letting them know how important the education piece is when it comes to sports. And I stress the student before the athlete all year long. It's very important to me, and also I know to my right here, all the coaches sitting on those tables are expecting you and hoping that you can do academic work as well. And now on to the awards. The first award that we have is the most valuable defender. Again, this is a junior who comes from the BMF. A tough, hard-nosed kid. He really surprised myself and the coaching staff on the defensive end. The gentleman's name is Jonathan Paulino. He's unable to be here. I'll take that award myself since I'm a defensive player myself. Our second award for the Lawrence High School boys basketball team is the most improved. I know he was a fan favorite when it came from shooting from long distance. The young gentleman's name is Kevin Fabian. This next award is the new award for the Lawrence High School basketball program. It's an award that we named the Character Award. Again, as I mentioned prior, I stress the piece in regards to the character piece in a young man. And this young man came all year long, all season, didn't get much playing time, was a great student, but never complained. And he carried himself, a well-mannered young man. His name is Carlos Padilla. And the last award, again, it's the Student Athlete Award. Again, it's a new award for the Lawrence High School basketball program. I will continue to stress the student before the athlete. This gentleman's name is Brian Morales. He comes from the BMF. Thank you. Congratulations to all student athletes.
Thank you, Coach Nunez. Next up, the girls' basketball program with head coach Dan Bluen, another Lancer alum. And it's always great to welcome back Lawrence High School alums as coaches. I hope when your time comes, you consider coming back to Lawrence High School to coach the next generation of student athletes.
Thank you, Mr. Gorham. Again, I'd like to thank all my coaches, my assistant coaches, and all the other fellow coaches for all the hard work that we put in to help our student athletes become better people in school and in the community. I have 3 Coaches Award tonight. First, senior headed to Salem State, Samantha Gathers. Our second Coaches Award, tremendous young lady headed to Framingham State, Megan Belton. Megan takes a picture, I'm sorry. And our final award, student headed to Daniel Webster, and who knew you could play basketball with under 4 feet? Kiara Rodriguez.
Thank you, Coach Bluen. Congratulations, girls basketball team. For our next award, I'm going to ask school committee member, Mr. James Blatcher, to come up and help me present, if you would. This is my favorite award that we give out all night, because this award is presented to students who display excellence both in academics and athletics. This is the double excellence, and thus it is my personal favorite. It is presented to a male and a female for excellence in athletics and academics. Evelyn Reyes is our female winner. And our male winner is Hector Jimenez. Thank you, Mr. Blatchford. Next up, the indoor track program, head coach Anthony Ellis. Year in and year out, the best dressed coach at Lawrence High School.
Okay, we'll start with the boys again. First award is the Most Improved Award to a young man who took over a minute off of his 2-mile time, 12 seconds off of his mile time to break 5 minutes for the first time in his career. He scored in every dual meet, and I think he can get a lot better. He's only a junior. Nestor Hernandez. I have 2 MVP awards. The first goes to a young man, he's a junior. This was his first season that he came out, but as the season progressed, we found out that we have he's a real natural talent. He was a state qualifier on 55-meter dash, and he was 6th in the Division I meet. He was on our 4x2 team as well, and had a great spring season as well. Jose Adames. Our second MVP award goes to a young man who's run for us for the past 3 years. His primary sport is baseball, but when he comes off the track, he always takes it serious. He's one of the hardest workers that we have. He improved by over half a second on the 55 dash, qualified for the state meet in that event. He qualified in the 4x200 team as well. Jose Martinez. Okay, moving on to the girls' side. Our first award is an MVP award. She was a team leader in points. She was top 3 in the Merrimack Valley Conference in points scored. She ran the 1,000, the mile. She also high jumped and ran on our relay teams. She broke her own record in the 1,000 meters, and this spring she also broke her own record in the 800 meters as well. She's just a junior, Leanna Pham. Okay, 3 Most Improved awards. The first one goes to a sophomore. In her second season with us, she improved by over 5 seconds in the 300-meter dash. She's a versatile performer. I think I could put her on almost every event and she would do well. She's a really hard worker dedicated to the sport. Tamara Rodriguez. Our second most improved award goes to a junior as well. She came out and she didn't have the most confidence in herself, but as the season progressed, she got better and better. She jumped 4.4. She was part of our high jump relay team. She ran the 300, she ran the 50, and every meet she just got better. She attended almost every practice as well. Julie Nguyen. And our last most improved award, this goes to another junior. She's one of the top students in her class. She works really hard. She improved by over a minute in the mile, but she stayed even after the season was over to try and break the 7-minute mark on the mile. She got really close, but I know she'll do it next year easily. Duyan Tran.
Congratulations, Coach Ellis and our indoor track teams. We'll now move to our spring season, and our first sport of the spring season is our outdoor track program with head coach Anthony Ellis.
All right, let's get this done with, and I'll start with our girls track. Our Coaches Award, this is a 4-year athlete for us. Every year she improved. She was willing to try any event. Every year that she's been on our team, she's been part of our 4x100 team, and every year that team is qualified for the state meet. She's been a real, just great leader, Amber DeJesus. Our second award goes to, it's an MVP award, and the only negative thing I can say about this young lady is that this was her first season of track, and I wish she had done it all 4 years. Every event that she did well in. She was close to state qualifying at 7 events. Had she been able to participate in the heptathlon, she would have done terrific. She led our team in points. MVP for running events, Megan Delton. Our second MVP award goes to a 4-year competitor for us, and when she came out as a freshman, she was throwing under 70 feet, and over the course of her 4 years, she reached 110 feet in the discus. Throughout her career of indoor and outdoor track, she qualified for the state meet in 2 different events 9 times. This season, she was the Havel Invitational champ, she was 2nd in the league, and she was 7th in the Division I state meet. Our MVP for the field events is Anisha Barrios. Okay, moving to the boys' side, start with a Coaches Award. This young man, he's only a sophomore, but he's so enthusiastic about competing, so enthusiastic about getting better. He improved in the discus by over 20 feet just in the course of this season. In the shot put, he improved by over 4 feet, and I know he's just going to keep getting better and better. Junior De La Cruz. The first of our most improved awards goes to a senior. He's one of the top students in his class. He started out running 100 hurdles and he moved up to the 400 hurdles, which is one of our most grueling races we have. Over the course of the season, he took 7 seconds off of his personal best time. He was part of our 4x400 team that qualified for the state meet, Jonathan Shea. Our second most improved award goes to a sophomore who enjoyed just a spectacular season, a breakout season. He qualified for the state meet in 3 different events, the 800, the mile, the 2 mile. He was part of our 4x400 team that qualified for the state meet. He was the Havel Invitational champion in the 2 mile, breaking 10 minutes. He was the Merrimack Valley freshman sophomore champion in the mile, and he was 5th in the league in the 2 mile. He's going to have a great next 2 years ahead of him. Edward Kazada. They have 2 MVP awards. The first one goes to a sprinter. He's a junior. Last year he came out and he had a great start to the season, but he quit. I was really disappointed. This year he came back and he's had a tremendous season. I think he only missed 1 practice. He was a great high jumper for us, but even better in the 100 and the 200 and our 4x1 team, all of which he qualified for the state meet in. Team leader in points as well, Brian Morales. Okay, my last award was an MVP award as well. Also, young man ran for 4 years for me. Defined student athlete. I said already, he's going to Westfield State. He improved greatly in his 400-meter time, but more importantly, just a great kid to work with and great leadership. Andy Rosario.
Thank you, our track athletes. I'm going to ask Coach Ellis to stay with me because there are 2 scholarships that are attached to the Lancer track program. Coach Ellis is going to help me present. The first is the Gregory Kent Memorial Award. It is a scholarship given in honor of Gregory Kent, who went to the Weatherby School and then graduated from Lawrence High School in the class of 1964. Greg Kent was an outstanding distance runner in cross country and in track. As a senior, he set the state record, not just the school record, but the state record for the 2 mile and was named Athlete of the Year by the Eagle Tribune. He joined the Marines after graduating from Lawrence High School in 1964. At that time, the United States was involved in a war in Vietnam. Greg Kent served in that war, and he was one of 18 Lawrence High School graduates who died while serving his country in the Vietnam War. His classmates got together and put together a scholarship in his honor. This year, the Gregory Kent Memorial Award goes to Andy Rosario. Next is the Bruce Ellis Award. The Bruce Ellis Award is given in honor of Bruce Ellis from the class of 1970. Bruce Ellis was a distance runner at Lawrence High School. Later in his life, after leaving Lawrence High School, he took up the marathon, became a 2:17 marathoner. And if you know something about the marathon, to run a marathon in 2 hours and 17 minutes is an extraordinary accomplishment. He competed in the Olympic trials in 1988, finishing 29th, and 1 year later passed away suddenly, far too young. His family each year presents a scholarship in Bruce Ellis's name. This year, there is a male and a female winner, Evelyn Reyes and Jose Bencosme. Congratulations. And Mr. Fenn, do I need to keep Coach Ellis here? Okay, Coach Ellis, I need you to come back up. Come back up. Yeah, I need you back up here, please. Okay, because members of your track team would like to speak.
This gift is presented on behalf of Jose Cosme, Megan Belton, Evan Reyes, and myself. This gift goes to a coach who constantly dedicates his time to help his runners on the track and off. A coach who relentlessly leads us to achieve our goals. This word speaks for itself when it says, time can't keep track of all you've done for us. Thanks, Coach.
That's tremendous. Congratulations, Coach Ellis, and thank you to the members of the track team who took the time to honor their coach. Next up is our girls tennis program and Coach Angela Langlace.
I just want to say how proud of you all I am, girls. You are a wonderful team. I'm always getting wonderful compliments about how joyful you are, how determined you are, and how well you carry yourself on the court. So thank you, girls. You're wonderful. My first award is going to go to our sportsmanship award for the team. She was also voted by all the coaches in the league as the most sportsmanlike player for this year, and it goes to Leticia Rosario. My second award is my most improved player award. It goes to a freshman. She came on the team, worked really hard, was always out there even after practice, and got to play on the varsity team a few times this year. I'm so proud of her. Naylik Yim. And finally, voted by me and the players on the team, we have our MVP for this year. Very hardworking junior, a leader on and off the court. So proud of her, Emmy Garcia.
Congratulations to the girls tennis program, Coach Angela Langlace. Next up, boys tennis, Coach Kenny Najum.
Good evening, everybody. Standing beside me is my right-hand man, my assistant coach, Eric Allhouse. He had a big part into this year's success of the team. Last year, I stood up here and said we were so close to winning every match, but we couldn't quite turn the corner. This year, we won over half our matches. We were 10-9. And people have researched it, and we can't find out when was the last time Marseille had a win season in tennis. It was a team effort, and I'd like to at least congratulate all the team members on the varsity for a job well done. We were second in the NBC small division this year. And Eric here will read out their individual awards. Hello everyone. I also want to thank the varsity team for staying well into the darkness to play tennis and coming back again for the second season. And let's take the MVP, get ourselves a banner in the gymnasium for next year. So I'm going to put that out there right now. And so I'm gonna read the names of the winners. Okay, so most improved, Bernara Pham. Okay, we also have a second most improved person on the tennis team. He came out, this is his first season in tennis, and somehow you all already know that he's a crazy good athlete, and he figured out how to play tennis in 2 weeks. Kind of impossible. Second most improved player is Hector Reynoso. Okay, now we have co-MVPs. Both these players just did incredible at their positions. Number 1 singles and number 3 singles. Okay, I will read the first player, played number 3 singles. I'm pretty sure he was 16 and 3. It is Alex Cruz. Oh yeah! And he never smiles. Okay, and you've heard this name before. His name is So Awesome. He has it twice. Okay, and he's kind of famous on the basketball court, I heard. Another co-MVP is... There we go. Okay, thank you very much, and we look forward to a better season next year.
Congratulations to the boys tennis team. I want to acknowledge that for a Lawrence High School tennis team to play second in the Merrimack Valley Conference competing against the suburban schools is a tremendous accomplishment by the boys tennis team. That should be acknowledged this year. Now we have 2 special awards. Mr. Finn, I'll ask you to join me to help me present these. First is the Sally Reynolds Award. And now, if you are a Lancer athlete, Sally Reynolds is a name that you should know. And I'll tell you why. Back in the 1950s, 1960s, athletics at all schools, including Lawrence High School, meant boys' athletics. There were no sports for girls. There were only sports for boys. And Sally Reynolds was a physical education instructor at Lawrence High School, and she was the person who started the girls' athletics program at Lawrence High School. If you are a female athlete, you owe a debt to Sally Reynolds. She made it possible for you to compete. If you are a male athlete, you owe a debt to Sally Reynolds for making the Lawrence High School athletics program what it should be. This year, the Sally Reynolds Award goes to Megan Belton. Next, we have the Ralph Wolfendale Award. This is given in honor of Ralph Wolfendale, a Lawrence High School graduate who came back to teach and coach at Lawrence High. He was a longtime football coach. He served as athletics director. And if you go to the old Lawrence High School building, that facility at 233 Haverhill Street, the beautiful yellow brick building across from the library that was Lawrence High School for 100 years, I want you to go in there someday and take a look at the gymnasium and look at the plaque over the gymnasium because it is named in honor of Ralph Wolfendale. This year, the Ralph Wolfendale Award goes to Jeremiah Dameron. Congratulations, thank you very much. We're getting close to dinner, trust me. Stay with me, you've been very patient. Next up is the softball team with first-year head coach Chris Boardman.
We have 4 awards to give out tonight. First one will be our MVP. This young lady, really, she was a true leader by example. Kind of player that we want to build a program around. Any ball that was hit to the shortstop, we knew that Joe was going to make a play. She led the team in batting with a 382 batting average, was named the Merrimack Valley All-Star. And in the football team, Coach Lee gives out the True Blue Award. And whenever I see this lady, she's true blue to me. So this MVP will go to Yasiri Vasquez. Coach's Award, in my opinion, this young lady, probably our best all-around athlete. Every fly ball I try to hit to her, she always tracked it down no matter what. Once she learned how to slap it from Coach Roman, there's no keeping her off the bases. I think she led our team with maybe around 10 stolen bases. The other teams knew she was slapping and stealing, and they still couldn't get her out. Coach's Award goes to Leah Garcia. Second Coach's Award. Hard-working young lady, never wanted to come off the field. Even when she took a ground ball to the head, when she was playing shortstop, when she shouldn't have been. She wanted to get right back in, wanted to play the next game. We had to keep her out just to make sure she was okay. She plays all positions, outfield. She caught. At one point, we were going to have her pitch. We were desperate times. Young lady, hopefully, is going to be playing for Worcester State next year. Madeline Mazzaro. And finally, our Most Improved Award. This was a JV player last year when she showed up for tryouts. There were about 7 shortstops and about no second baseman. Asked her to give it a shot, and if you saw her practice and take that position, you never know it was her first year playing. She's going to Bridgewater State next year and hopefully playing some softball. Paola Samboy.
Thank you, Coach Boardman. Congratulations to the softball team. Next up, we have one of 3 Lancer teams this year that won an MVC title. The baseball team, coached by Brendan Nealon, who was named the MVC Coach of the Year.
I'll try to be quick because I know you guys died eat. But again, I'd like to take some time to acknowledge the Cameron-Topless family. As always, you guys do great things for the Lawrence High School. My young kids are running around the city with the Cameron-Topless shirts from the YMCA basketball tournament. So again, I applaud you for everything you guys do. Thank you. This year, MVP goes to a 3-year starter. It's hard to see him leave. He's done everything we've asked him to do in our program. He took a physical beating this year, and not only takes a mental beating from me sometimes, but I can't be more proud of Jose Sedano. My next Coach's Award, it's a truly a love-hate relationship at times, but this young man's talent far exceeds anything we expected of him this year. If he can learn to buy in sometimes to his athletic ability has, he works very hard. We want him to grow a little better, but one of the best natural athletes in the area, Elvis Pro. Next award goes to a young man we didn't think he would be able to pitch this year, but we made some concessions for him. He was by far our go-to guy as a pitcher. He was named Player of the Year in the NBC, Johan Vargas. This is a first for our baseball program and a first for me, but this next person I'm going to miss dearly. She's done everything we've asked her to do. I mean, for me, I couldn't do anything as a baseball coach. When they give me awards for Coach of the Year, they really belong to this young lady. I'm going to miss her. She's going to BC next year. I'll probably send her emails to help me with my paperwork. And as all the baseball players know, our baseball team doesn't run without form. Our other coach's award, another team manager, she couldn't make it tonight. She had to work, Joanne Montilla.
Two scholarship awards associated with Lancer baseball. First is the William Reagan Award, given in honor of William Reagan, who was one of the very first baseball coaches at Lawrence High School. This year it goes to Elvis Batista. Next is the Iggy Bricado Award. Iggy Bricado was the Lancer baseball coach for many, many years, and he was the person who founded the Lawrence Legion baseball program that so many Lancer athletes have participated in. This year, the Iggy Bricado Award goes to Jose Abreu. Now, did Coach Hazard let the volleyball program out of practice yet? Are you up there? Coach Hazard right here? Next up, we'll honor our boys volleyball program. As you probably know, they were the Merrimack Valley Conference champions. They are the #1 seed in the Division I North Sectional Tournament. They play in the Division I North Sectional Finals tomorrow night, Wednesday night, at Central Catholic, a neutral site where they're opposing St. John's Prep. They win that game, they go on to the state semifinals. And as you probably know, Coach Tony Hazard was named MVC Coach of the Year. Boys volleyball has 5 awards, 2 coaches awards. The first to Jorby Vargas. to Anthony Choquette. So Anthony, the coach bring him back up for another practice? I don't know. Most improved player on the boys varsity volleyball team, Christian Tavares. And this year the team had co-MVPs Jason Enriquez and Anibal Enriquez. Jason and Anibal were also co-MVC players of the year. Come on over, get on over here. Tim, I need you here for our final two. And now our final two awards of the evening. These are the biggies. The Outstanding Athlete Award and Scholarship, presented to one boy and one girl who have demonstrated themselves to be the most capable athletes of the year. The female winner is Kiara Rodriguez. And the male winner is Hector Reynoso. Congratulations to Kiara and Hector. Now, our program this evening is coming to an end, but the Lancer sports season has not come to an end. The boys volleyball team plays tomorrow night in the sectional finals, and 1 week from Thursday, Lancer School Day Games Special Olympics track meet will take place. It was rained out last week. It will be competed next Thursday, June 13th at the stadium. I hope to see you all there. The meet begins at 9 o'clock in the morning to see our most special athletes compete next Thursday, Lawrence School Day Games Special Olympics. I want to see you all tomorrow night cheering on the volleyball team. It's now time for dinner, but first, I will invite your coaches and the family members who are here to support you to go to dinner first before the athletes. And as they do, I'd like you to give them a round of applause.